So, leading into comics, my understanding is you're not a comic book guy. Is that correct?
Not so much. Growing up, I had friends that were, into comics. Probably the more contact that I had with comic book characters would probably be from going and watching movies.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then, with the comic movies,
Mm-hmm.
or movies
Yeah.
featuring comic characters, superheroes, however you want to say it, what's a favorite for you?
Yeah, one of my favorites has always been Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think really any of the characters, like Thor would be another one. Any of the characters that I have had a like for always had to have an element of realism.
Sure.
And Wolverine, he's human, and then he's got the blades that come out of
Yeah,
the hand.
right, yeah.
And it just it's like being a guy, a
Sure.
normal person with a little bit of extra,
Right.
not over the top,
Right.
like unrealistic
Sure.
stuff. But that was just that's my taste.
So, along those lines, a lot of if you look at the first Thor movie, it's kind of like an origin, like it goes back to how he came in and with his father and how he came to Earth and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the origin story kind of like is the person's background.
Mm-hmm.
And what Marvel I think does really well is tell the story so you like the person, you like the character, and you almost feel like a kinship with them.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, we had another conversation earlier today about something similar, and it's almost like these are people that inspire us to be almost our best selves.
Mm-hmm.
Like you think, okay, well, Peter Parker got bit by a spider and then he turned into Spider-Man, like he did
Right.
some good stuff. You think, wow, man, if that happened to me, I think I'd do good things too. Or if I had these claws that came out, like when I got ticked off, like, would I be like, use it for good? And it's like, we kind of, at least I do, I feel like I project myself onto those characters a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And there are ones that you identify with, and you feel like, yeah, that's kind of my kind of dude. And then the other ones, they're like, that's not how I'd handle it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, kind of cool. Did you see, like, any of the Batman movies?
I did.
The Dark Knight series?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, again, kind of going back to, like, a real person, being in a situation. One of the things I like best about Batman is, like, he doesn't have any superhuman abilities.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of cash, right?
Yeah.
And technology at his
I do
disposal.
like that. About him.
Don't we all?
Well, I mean, I like the fact that he's an ordinary guy as well. I mean, as far as his human traits
Sure.
and characteristics, he does have a lot of money,
Right.
so he's able to have a lot of gadgets and such. But I love the realism of that as well.
Yeah. So, funny thing about the Thor thing with the Avengers movie. Is, again, as Christians, like I can have on my Instagram page, I can have Thor Thursday, and I can say, okay, well, look, we only worship the one true King, but Thor gets like an asterisk, like he's kind of cool for what he is, but he's not to be worshipped, right?
Yeah, right.
But his name is the God of Thunder with a small g, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny because in the Bible it's exceedingly clear that we're not to worship any god but God.
Right.
So it's like, it's a funny thing to be kind of a fan without crossing that line. Is it an idol? Is it, And so it's just, when it is Thursday and I put up a Thor Thursday or a Thor's Day post, it's a reminder to keep it where it belongs.
Yeah.
And not let it, flip over.
That's good.
So thanks for your insight there.